Hey guys, how's it going? I wanted to do something a little different. I kind of want to show off something that I have been working on in my free time. It is a roguelike game. It's like a top-down kind of survivors-like style game. So you get your power from items, and the items have up to 4 different abilities. I'm also working on set pieces, so you can get extra bonuses when you have more items. You can upgrade your items using water stones to increase the plus of an item, which they go up to +10. Each plus will increase the bonus stats by 10%, and then so at full +10 it'll be double what the normal bonus is for each of the 4 stats on an item. And then you can upgrade the quality with dragon stones. When you upgrade the quality, that's what unlocks the other bonuses on an item. So they have 1 when they're normal, 2 when they're rare, 3 when they're epic, and then 4 when they're legendary. There is a shop in the game, so you can buy items. Here you can see, I think I have about 50 items currently. Certain items do give skills, which skills are kind of the abilities in the game. Most weapons do give a skill. I think actually all weapons give a skill, and then some items, I think most armors don't give a skill, but they'll give, you know, more defensive bonuses. But you start with no money. You can sell items that you do pick up during the run. They're 10 gold for a base item, and then it scales depending on the rarity and the plus. As you play, here's all the different stats that you can get on items. This is still a work in progress, so there's a couple of these that don't work. I think like barrier strength, I don't really have anything for. Health on kill, I haven't set up yet. Magic find, chest drop, and crowd control stuff I haven't worked on, but everything else works. So it is still pretty early in development, I think. The persistent upgrades that you can get is your world EXP and world level, and that's this skill tree here. Again, still just a work in progress, but as you kill bosses or elite enemies, or once you kill like a threshold of enemies, which I think is set to 100 currently, you'll unlock, or you will get some world EXP, and then once you get enough world EXP, you'll level and you'll get a point. That EXP does go up as your world level goes up, so it is harder and harder to get points. And then you spend the points here to get passive upgrades that will persist through death and game reload. And then you build up towards a class, which is basically just a stronger bonus, and they usually have a negative that goes along with it. So like if you're a berserker, you're gonna have more AoE, but you're gonna have less projectiles. If you're a death knight, you're gonna have more defenses, so armor and health, but you're gonna do less damage. And then warlock, you're gonna get more projectiles, but you're gonna have less AoE. So it's kind of balanced in that sense. To get up to these classes, you will need the corresponding passive below it. So let's say to get plague, I would need 2 of these 3 passives. Any 2 of these 3 will get me plague, and then I need any 2 of these to get warlock. So I can go iron, plague, or plague infernal, but I need 2 to be able to get warlock. So it will take a little bit to actually get to that point where you have enough points to fully upgrade, but that's the persistent upgrade. And then I do have some quest stuff that I'm working on that will maybe give you some world EXP. It's still very early in development for the quest stuff. I've done very little work on it. But anyway, here is the gameplay. So you'll go into a room. Currently, my item is giving slash, so that's this skill here. Slash is an early developed skill, so I am going to change the effect on this one, but a lot of my other skills that I've done after this one look a lot better. Hopefully, once I clear this room, maybe we can get a chest. I think it's a 5% chance for a chest, and then Looks like I didn't get one. That little beam of light is either a water stone or a dragon stone, which is for upgrading items. You can just sell them as well, so you'll be able to buy from the shop. As you level up, nope, I got stuck on a lamp. As you level up, once you get to level 5, it'll unlock some new enemies that will start spawning, and then once you get to level 10, it unlocks some more enemies that will start spawning. Currently, every third room is an upgrade room, or like a safe room, where it has a shop, an upgrade altar, the skill altar, and I was gonna do a way to heal, because currently there isn't really a way to heal. As you saw, I did level up to level 2, so when you level in this, you actually get some base stats. So I think what I got was 1 damage reduction, some skill damage, a little bit of AoE, and then multicast. So that's the melee class is going to get, you know, melee stuff as it levels up. And then for other classes, they're going to get different things. So I have picked up quite a lot of dragon stones and water stones. I think, let me look at the shop. All right, so Holy Light is one of the only leveling, or one of the only healing skills currently in the game. So let me go ahead. I'm going to just sell my 3 water stones, and that will give me enough to buy this ring. And I probably should buy something else. Projectiles isn't going to help me. Is there an AoE thing? There's no AoE. I forget what everything does when you level it up. I do kind of want this. I'm not going to do that. So to upgrade items, you do have to unequip them, so you can't upgrade equipped items. And then you can see here, so this is giving Holy Light. So if I upgrade it with the Dragon Stone once, that'll give it the upgraded quality, and now it does skill damage. And if I do it again, now it also gives Dagger Throw. So it's going to give me 2 different things, and then you can see here, it is a purple item, which is epic. It also sells for more. It's not going to sell for as much as if I had just sold the 2 Dragon Stones, but that's just so, you know, there is a cost to upgrading items. It's not just free. And there is the Holy Light, which I don't know if you could see it because it's very slow, but I am actually gaining some HP when standing in it. It's just very slow, and I ended up dying. So when you do die, you go back to the beginning. It will reset your items, and you'll keep any world EXP that you received. I just didn't kill 100 enemies to receive any. Once you get to the 10th room, that is when you will fight your first boss, and then the boss will give some world EXP. So you'll get a little bit from killing 100 enemies, because you'll definitely kill up more than 100 by the time you get to the 10th map, but then the 10th map will give you the boss, which will give, I think, 25 or 50 EXP, and I think killing 100 enemies gets you 25. So there's a chest. A chest will give you a choice of 3 different items. I am not sure why this ring gives 3 projectiles, because that's a lot. It'll probably be less than that. I think it's supposed to only give 1. That might be a little strong, but I might just die here. So let me not die, hopefully. And then if I do die, I'll just get back to here. Hopefully I can get a skill that will use projectiles, because Slash currently does nothing with projectiles. It's just an AoE-based skill. So if I can get one, Dagger Throw is pretty good. We'll grab Dagger Throw. So as you can see, Dagger Throw is now going to throw out 3 daggers, which if you go into here and click on the skill, you can actually see everything about it. So the cooldown duration on skills like this is basically nothing, but it's going to shoot out at most 4 projectiles. It's only ever going to hit 1 enemy per projectile, so it's not going to shoot 4 at the same enemy, so I'm going to sell that because I'm not going to use it, and then I'm just going to sell these for money. I kind of want to grab the Holy Light again because I like the healing, even though it's not very much. So I'll grab that, and I only have 20 left, so we can't buy anything else. You can zoom out more if you want. I don't know if I'm going to leave it this much. It seems like a lot, and I died again. It is a little hard currently because getting to that first room is supposed to, or is going to have a healing fountain in it to give you back probably 25 to 50% of your HP, but currently it's not in the game. Let me get back to where I was and hopefully get a couple items on the way. Okay, so I made it back here with a decent amount of stuff. So I ended up finding 3 items, and then I sold some water stones and bought a couple things, and then sold my main starting weapon. So what I have here is lightning strike, move speed. I did find this OP ring again, and then some crit damage. So I can then upgrade. Let's start with this. So that'll give me fireball. I'm going to stop there for that one. Let's upgrade this projectile ring a couple times. I don't remember what everything gives. Okay, there we go. Lightning strike. That's good. Move speed and then skill damage. So now I have a legendary ring, a rare armor, and my lightning strike weapon. So I have 3 to lightning strike, 1 to fireball, some CDR, some HP, and projectiles. So if I go in here and look at lightning strike, so lightning strike is going to hit 6 different targets, which would be pretty cool, and then fireball is going to shoot 4 fireballs. So let's go and see how this ends up working and if I die again. So lightning strike is just shoots lightning, you know, X random enemies on screen, which just so happens to be 6, which is actually decent. Again, I think that +3 projectile ring is a little broken, so it probably won't be +6 at some point. That'll be +1 until it's upgraded. But this is kind of how I wanted it to feel. Do I have a necklace? I don't. Let's pick up that. That'll give me some bonus EXP. And then there is another one over here. Well, that sucks. I guess we'll pick up that ring and then head to the next room. Hopefully with this build, I can at least get to the boss to show it off. The boss is still kind of early as well, so it's a work in progress. It's not bad. Oh, I'm gonna die. I almost got stuck. So the bats are probably the most deadly early game thing, and it's because they predict where you're gonna be. They don't just go at where you were. So the bats are definitely the main problem, and then everything else is just kind of there to swarm you. As you go up higher in rooms, you do start getting more and more items. So let's get a cooldown reduction and skill damage. I will swap to the cooldown necklace. At the shops, you can find plus and quality to up items, so you're not just stuck with your basic starting stuff or normal items. I think I want this ring instead of my fireball ring, so I'm gonna go ahead and sell some stuff so I can afford it, and then I'm gonna upgrade it because I don't remember what it gives. I don't remember a lot of this stuff. Yeah, see, so this is gonna give +3 projectiles again. I can also upgrade its plus, so now it's +4 because it's gonna give 50% more to each stat. We're gonna keep it at that, and then I want to upgrade this one as well. I can only upgrade it twice, but we'll do that. And then what I can do is I can upgrade this, and hopefully it will give me a skill, cooldown, bonus damage, or bonus EXP, whatever. It did not. I do have cooldown though, so that's good. I can sell this for 25. That does not give me enough to buy something. I could swap my weapon instead of having this extra lightning strike and get like gravity well. Let's do that. I'm gonna sell this. That'll give me 40, and then I can pick up gravity well. That way I can show off one of my other items. 8 projectiles on gravity well seems like a lot, so it'll be hard for stuff to get close to me while gravity well is going. And what gravity well is it's just a bunch of little balls that spawn that suck enemies in and then explode after a duration. Oh, I am stuck. I do tend to get stuck on the lights pretty often. Oh, I really need a heal. There's a couple different ways to heal currently. There is life steal, there is health regen, and then there is a single skill that heals. So you're not completely out on healing, but it is definitely not easy to heal. Oh, okay. It looks like I changed it. It's not level 5 to get new enemies. It's level 4. So I think it's 1, 2, and 3 are one type of enemy, and then 4, 5, and 6 add another. So as you can see, now I have these green shell dudes that kind of go to, not charge at you, they like spin at you. They're kind of like bats, but they're tankier. And then I also have the slimes that have a trail they leave behind. So do I want another one of these? Kind of. Let's grab that. And then I don't remember what a lot of this stuff does. I'll grab that one. Bonus HP might be good at some point if I don't just die. All right. I'll probably just sell some stuff anyway. Another +3 projectile ring. Not bad. I don't really want anything. I do have a decent bit of upgrade materials, so I can go ahead and upgrade this. I can put one more into that and that. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's upgrade this. All right, so we get cryo chain. That's another skill. 2 more projectile. Jeez, I have a lot of projectiles. Gravity well. So see there, now we have 2% life steal, some AoE, and crit damage. That's good. So I have 8 of these. I am going to upgrade this because I want more life steal. I did not get, well, I guess it would need to be +10 to get 4%, but I have 3, so hopefully I can heal up a little bit. This should be a boss room. Also, I have been killing a bunch of enemies, so I do have some world EXP. If I look over here, I have 20. I think it's 10 EXP every time you kill. I forgot to change this. This is an old room. That's why it's not showing the particle effects. I have fixed this. It's just not actually updated. Hopefully that means the boss works because it's been a while. But anyway, boss rooms. My new boss room is not quite this big, but the boss room basically spawns 3 to 5 waves of enemies, and then a boss will spawn. As you can see, the particles aren't exactly correct because, oh, and I died. So here's what the actual boss room currently looks like. I just loaded it up here in Unity just to show it off. Hopefully I can kill all these mobs so I can show you the boss when its particles aren't half invisible. As you can see, it's much smaller. I think it spawns a lot more enemies per wave. I don't do very much damage currently, but I can swap to cooldown so I can shoot stuff a little faster. I didn't upgrade any of my items, so obviously I'm doing less damage. I think it's still 3 waves, not 5, but it might also have been 5. I don't remember what I put it at, but we'll see. Oh, there it is. So it is 3. Here's what the boss looks like. Basically, it shoots some magic missiles and then does some orbs around it. When it gets to 50% HP, it changes what it does. It might do it at 75 as well. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out because I'm slowly going to kill it just at range. Obviously, like I said, it's a work in progress. I might make it faster so you can't just infinitely outrun it. I had the idea of making the magic missiles actually track the player. I thought they did already, but I guess they don't. Maybe they do when it gets to lower HP. I'm not sure. Again, kind of spent a long time working on this, so there are certain things I've done that I don't exactly remember what I did. Yeah, so it's supposed to kind of stay at range to the point where it keeps the orbs kind of on top of you. I think it does that, and then it'll switch to kind of chasing the player again. It's also supposed to have a phase where it spawns enemies. It just currently does not. But it is about to die. All right, and then when it dies, you do get, I guess, 25 world EXP, a chest, and it is also supposed to drop, if it didn't, water stone and a dragon stone guaranteed. But anyway, yep, that's it. I did just kind of make it so this would spawn. But anyway, once you beat the boss, currently the game just kind of continues infinitely. It'll just start over like in rooms. Enemies will scale indefinitely, but you'll just start spawning normal rooms again until you get to the next 10th room, so the 20th room, and then it'll spawn a boss again. There are 2 bosses. I have a dragon and the mage boss that you just saw, but the way I want it to work is I'm going to have it split into different acts, where Act 1 is kind of this dungeon area. Once you get to the first boss and kill it, then you kind of transition to a different type of area, probably like outside. It'll either start in like a deserty area or go from a dungeon to a deserty area. I was thinking if we started a desert area and then go to like a dungeon area or go to like a cave type area, it's kind of like you're going underground, and then you end once you beat the boss in the cavey area, then you go into a dungeon area, and then basically there'll be 3 acts. So it'll go up to the 3rd boss, which will be 30 rooms, and then that'll be when you beat the game. But yeah, just wanted to show off the actual boss room, instead of, you know, just having the old crappy one that doesn't work in the video. Here's the real one. But anyway, back to the original video. Because of the way the room's set up, when I added this fog, it turned some stuff off. But anyway, yeah, that's the game so far. It's coming along. It's definitely not ready to be played, but I'm working on it very slowly. Yeah. If you have any ideas for things I should add or change, just let me know down in the comments below, and hopefully I can update those. It would be nice for me to get some feedback from you guys, just so I'm not the only person kind of giving my input on the game. You know, getting other people's input would be nice. And if there are any of you who want to kind of test the game out, I am working on trying to get a test version up on Steam, because currently the only way I've been getting my friends to test it is by sending it through Google, the Google Drive. But I know most people would probably not like to download a game from there, as you don't really know what you're getting. But if you do want to test it out, let me know. And then once I post it on Steam for testing, I can get people keys. But anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.